many times what we want isn't actually a goal. Okay, so it's not an achievement. It doesn't pass the Everest test.
Right.
Like, you've achieved something out there in the world. It's more of a quality of experience. A way you want to live your daily life.
Absolutely.
That may be very clear, but it doesn't form itself well into a goal.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, for example, I want to feel calm and energetic.
Yeah, that sounds totally valid.
Yeah, something people want, something that would be really nice, but it doesn't pass the Everest test. And if you think about it, it's really not an achievement because you may be calm and energetic at one point.
Right.
So you've achieved it, but then
Something happens.
Something happens and you're no longer calm and energetic.
Okay.
That's not a good goal. And when people have qualities that they make into goals or they treat as goals, that's a really good recipe for frustration. Because you're just like, man, I was feeling so good and now I'm feeling not.
Now I failed.
I failed.
Yeah.
I'm feeling bad about that's a really bad situation. So the way I treat these types of things, which are important and worth talking about just in a different way, they're not goals. I call them states of being. Okay. It's a quality of experience. And that quality of experience is less something that you're moving towards and is more of a decision criteria. Okay? So you can look at your life and you can say, this is the way that I want to live my life. Am I living this way or not? And if you're not, just like going back to perceptual control theory, something is out of whack and
Makes
you
sense.
need to change something. Something needs to change in your environment, do something differently, all sorts of different things.
Makes sense. Now,
this is also really good. We talked about, back in motivation and back in, threat lockdown and fear and all that stuff. The impulse to move away from something is often very strong. Okay? But that impulse to move away makes a crappy goal. Okay, it's not really an achievement. What it is a state. Okay, you're experiencing something that you no longer want to be experiencing, and you want to be moving towards something you do want to experience, right? Okay, so part of the thing is, and those types of things are typically more urgent. Like, I don't want to feel stressed at work every day. I don't want to feel angry with my coworkers. I don't want to, those things are typically much better viewed as a structural change and need to be diffused first before you can actually start moving towards what you want.
Got it. Okay.
So a good way is, you can notice those things about your daily experience, like I'm getting really frustrated at my coworkers, I really hate my job, all of these negative things. You can invert those. So if, I want to not be angry, or I want to feel, or I don't want to feel so all over the place, that becomes a state of you want to feel calm. You want to feel energetic. You want to feel happy. And those are things that you can use as positive decision criteria to figure out whether you're on the right path or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can't really treat those
as goals in and of themselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's more of a reference of, is what I'm doing right now working? So is it leading to what I want?
Right. Would you have little goals along the path once you figure out where you're trying to reach that would maybe help you get to that point?
I treat them as two different things.
Two different things. Okay.
Actually. And it's also different from a habit, which is something you do over and over and over again. It's more of this is a quality of my life that I want to experience. And if the things that I am doing is leading to that state, then what I'm doing is working. If it's not leading to that state, if it's doing something else, or if it's doing something that contradicts with one of the states that I'm interested in,
that makes sense,
then I need to change something. And so it's a really good decision criteria on, is what I'm doing working? If not, change it. And if it is, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Right? Those are states of being.